Hi, here we go. This is so exciting. I've had the most amazing response from you all, and I can officially say hello to all of those in Argentina and hello to those in Japan. It's incredible that you've all got in touch and embraced what we're about to do. It doesn't feel like social isolation at all. It may be physical isolation right now, but I feel like this is the most socially inclusive thing I think I've ever done. So I'm really, really excited. We have got, as I went away today, I've got so much I want to do with you now, building up through printing wallpaper to printing tea towels and fabrics. We're just going to start with a very, very, very simple potato print that we can all get our heads around what printing means, how we repeat a design and what to start from. So here's my rather crusty old potato that I've got in the bottom of my vegetable box. I'm just going to break off all the nasty old bits. And I am literally cutting my potato on the, rather than cutting it down through the thick side, I'm cutting down through the thin side of it, so I've got a bigger surface area to work with. Okay, I'm then I'm just going to draw with a pencil. I'm just going to draw a vague idea. I'm going for a sort of rather generic star, hoping that it's a nice universal design that we can all relate to. I'm just drawing it on. I'm actually just vaguely drawing it on because as you carve away, things can change. I'm also doing this really fast because I'm anxious that I don't want my videos to be long and boring. So then I'm literally going to cut away. There are several techniques with cutting potatoes. I'm going to start by showing you this one. I'm cutting away these straight edges very quickly. Take your time. It's quite satisfying. So I get this 4-point star. I really like straight edges. I find that when I'm printing, it means you can be using them to line up the next print each time you lay it down. So let's take these bits out. So I've carved myself a really basic 4-point star, okay? And I've got the colour that put the paper. I'm going to use this piece. I've just got a piece of card. It's not even straight edge. I took it out of my kids' cupboard this morning. I've got my paint here. Can you see the paint pot? Okay. I know earlier I said to bring a hummus tub, but actually that's only if your paint's in a squeezy tube. If your paint's already in a tin like this, you can just stick your paintbrush straight in. Okay, and I'm putting a nice even coverage over the potato, all over. I'll use the lid to rest my brush on. It's really important to keep a nice, clean, tidy work surface. So I've covered the potato in a nice even layer. And then I'm just going to think about looking down over the top of what I'm printing so that I can keep the angles as straight as possible. And I'm going to use my right hand on the table to balance so that I can hover above the page before I start, decide where I want to print, and then I'm going to commit. The great thing about potato is it already has give in it, so don't worry about having any padding on your table. There we go, pushed it down, lift it up. I don't know if you can see, maybe it wasn't the best colour, but there's the first print. Anyway, I'll show you. I'm going to keep going. Nice even layer, and you instantly start to relax doing this, making this process. You start to concentrate on what you're doing. Your mind starts to be cleared of everything else that's going on right now, and you just want to get into this lovely rhythm of loading up your block. You load up your block between each print. You can't lift up the potato and put it straight back down again. You need to put a new layer of paint on every single time. Then you're really concentrating hard on where you're laying the block down. Okay. Go fresh paint. Just going to do a little area, then I'll come back to you, show you my finished bit. It's very satisfying watching a pattern grow, and with this pattern that I've done, you sort of get new shapes out of the negative space that's being left behind, which is also a very lovely thing. There we go. Okay, so it's really starting to build up now. Can you see? There we go. So really, it's really so simple. I put the camera down afterwards and I've now printed a whole sheet of paper. Sorry, it's really hard with this light. Can you see? And what fun wrapping paper that could be. And I talked earlier about the space that gets left behind in the negative space. What I mean is the unprinted space. So it's really worth considering how when you've carved a design, what shapes are made by the bits that don't get printed. You can see how it'd be quite fun to create another block and then fill in those squares with something else. And you can just really start building up. In the end, I actually introduced another colour, so I've kind of got 2 tones of green going on here. It just gives it a bit more life, and I thought it was just a fun way to do it. So I used the other side of the potato in the end, and I carved another star, so I was working with my 2 little prints. Do you see? Anyway, I can't wait to start printing napkins and things like this, so we're going to do that in the next little session. I'm going to get some different colours, and I'm going to talk you through paints that you can use on fabric. There are loads of options there. I hope you enjoyed that. I'd really love your feedback. A comment on the Instagram if you can. That's going to be the best thing to do. And let me know how you got on. If you share your pictures on Instagram, could you maybe hashtag Molly Mahon, Molly and then Mahon, M-A-H-O-N, and I'll dig some out. It'd be really fun to start sharing them. I can put them on my stories and stuff. It'd be really nice to see what you've done. And good luck with the kids. Remember, roll up their sleeves. It can get messy. Enjoy that. As long as you're using a water-based paint that you can wipe away, then don't worry about the mess. Embrace it. It's really good for us to get our hands dirty and be creative. And yeah, and as I said at the beginning, make sure you do some printing as well, because it's good for the soul. And right now, we all need this. So have fun with it. And please do share whatever you produce. I can't wait to see. Okay, thanks. Bye.